And the fans love you too. And I'm sorry that to all the fans who love the have and have nots, I'm sorry this is the last episode, but I'm telling you, you have to see it this Tuesday. Even if you haven't watched it a long time, just tune in this Tuesday on HAHN to watch this finale. It is crazy, crazy, crazy good.
It's a damn lie and you know it!
Yeah, about that, Tyler. A lot of fans do not think that it was as crazy good as you made it sound in your farewell video. Folks, this is something that a lot of people requested. Even my mom was like, I know you're going to talk about this one, because I actually showed her. My mom doesn't have social media, by the way, but she said that at work, because they talk about me at work, or co-workers, about the videos I do and whatnot, because they watch some of the shows. And they said that Tyler Perry did a farewell video on Facebook. And it actually was about his, gratitude to Oprah and HAHN, the cast, the fans, and basically to tune in. I mean, the man said it himself, the fact that even if you haven't watched in years, which I feel like is a little tip of the hat nod to Tyler Perry fully realizing that there have been fans who have quit the show. And I'm not here to drag on that particular statement, but I think that was a little wink and nod that for the people who have said I quit, because I've said it before, if you go on Facebook in the comment section of the haves and the have nots post, I'm talking about the official haves and have nots and even the own Facebook page, whenever they post anything haves and have not related, hundreds of comments and a massive majority have to do with how the show has tanked. I think he's aware of that, which could be why, he put the old horse down and that was the end of it. So this particular video is about the fan outrage, and I'm going to give a shout out to, and I hope, I think that this person won't mind me saying their name, because in the midst of my rage regarding the finale, reunion that is, I've been on social media for the past couple days, and I actually got an email from Alton Davis. This is your shout out, Alton Davis. I think I'm saying your name right. And I'm not going to read the full email, but I'll read a majority of it, because it's a statement that actually other people have messaged me about, but I really didn't have a response to it until now. It's saying, hey, I enjoy your recaps. And again, I'm paraphrasing the email, but I'm actually reading it in front of me. I'm surprised you don't have the same reaction as other YouTubers reacting that Tyler Perry was saying F you to the fans by giving us a disservice within the finale. What I'm really saying is, despite any predictions that are correct or not, no matter how shocking or ridiculous, any show with storylines always have a resolve. I believe that means a resolution. These Tyler Perry shows did not. If Loving You Is Wrong, the haves and have nots, Tyler Perry pulled a fast one again. Surprisingly, there are people I know that dumped the show years ago, seasons ago. However, I stayed with it. I mean, despite everything, the show had an amazing cast like Tinka Sumner and Crystal Fox, as well as the supporting characters who, I will say, If Loving You Is Wrong had a stronger supporting cast. I had better conversations of that show than I did with the haves and have-nots. Even as a fan, I hated the ending. It had way too many loose ends to be tied, which was the same as If Loving You Is Wrong. It's over now, but thank you for your reviews. So thank you, Alton, for the email. And again, there are countless other people who I still haven't even opened your messages. People on Twitter and on especially Instagram. I have so many DMs. Like the night of the finale, I was getting mile-long messages from people who were pissed. Voice messages. Like I said, I had back during the week of the finale, not the reunion. You all know I was busy as hell getting out videos, not just the review, but so many other videos on top of that. And I still got videos to do. But either way, even the poll I made online, let me check the poll itself. Yeah, it was the poll I posted the night of the finale. I said, were you satisfied with the series finale? 3.6 thousand votes. 12% said yes. 88% said hell no. Seriously, that's what the poll says. And I feel like for me, I mentioned this before, I really didn't have a lot to say. Also, I have not watched the finale review Ashley Miller did, but a lot of people are telling me, Jeremy, you gotta watch her review because she was going off. I have not seen it yet. I will let you all know once I have, but I have not seen it yet. I've just been, like I said, between the week of the finale, doing all those videos, and then being pissed off at the reunion part 1. I just haven't been online like talking about, but I will make a point to watch her video tonight. I don't even need to read. I mean, on the poll post alone, there's over 170 comments. There are hundreds of comments on Twitter and my DMs on the. Let's not even talk about the comment sections on the various videos I've done about the finale and whatnot. So let me just say, I think there was a massive disservice done, not just to the longtime fans, but believe it, especially the longtime fans, but the fact that you literally told people who haven't watched the show in years to watch the finale. I feel like that was just a play at the heartstrings to get ratings. Because the finale was the highest rated episode of the final 8 episodes. It was the only episode to crack 1 million views. And I mentioned this analogy or comparison in one of my other videos. I think it was either the review or something, but it was one of the videos I did last week, and it was pretty much me talking about how, as a Pokemon fan, back when X, Y, and Z in the anime was out, when Ash made it to the finals of the Pokemon League for the first time, it was like the 20th anniversary of the show. He had Ash Greninja. It seemed like he was going to win his first Pokemon League. This was at the height of Pokemon Go. So fans were, people, you know, I'm 29. So there are people, you know, I grew up with in like school when Pokemon first came out. They grew out of it, but they came back to the franchise when Go came out. And they're like, wait, Ash is in the finals? Yo, we got to watch this. And then he makes it to the finals and loses. And people were pissed, especially me. I feel the same rage. Well, I don't, because people ask me, yo, why are you so chill about it? I'm like, I expected it. I mean, Renee and Angela told us before the show started, these last episodes, not everything is going to be resolved. Remember, I did a video with their interview footage. And if Loving You is wrong, based on how that show ended, I'm like, yo, that's a it was a high rated show on OWN. And it ended like that. So the haves and the have-nots could get the same treatment. So I went into these episodes like, I would like to see a lot of resolution, maybe not everything, but if it's one of those everybody dies in the finale, it's going to suck. And it did. Like I said, I give the episode a 5 out of 10. I don't think it was a god-awful episode. Trust and believe. There was an episode earlier this season which I think I rated like one of the worst episode of the series. I forgot which one it was. I know it was one of these last day, because I remember I hated that episode. But I just feel like, you know, like I keep telling my mom, like the first 20 minutes of the finale was actually pretty damn good. You know, like I feel like it was moving at a good pace. We had some great acting. Storylines were unfolding, but I just did not like the fact of Benny having a surprise baby mama in the final damn episode. It's like, I mean, I get what they were trying to do, give Hannah a new grandson and whatnot, but you did nothing with that because of the fact when you ended the episode with her breaking down in the car, but you didn't finish anything. So I think that overall, the story stuff with Benny and this girl wasted vital finale time. So you had great moments between Hannah and Candace, but even though their stoop talk, you know, where they talked at the bottom of the stoop, which was good and emotional, I honestly, because Crystal and Tinka have great chemistry on screen, I just didn't feel much of anything from this talk because we've seen this done so many times and it went nowhere. We know it's the final episode, so there's no doubt that Candace is going to die. It's like, hey, keep doing what you're doing. Fine, mama. Boom, dead. So I think that things felt so rushed that you didn't have time to feel. And I just feel, I'm kind of hesitant to like even talk in this video because I feel like these episodes where I've repeated dialogue so many times, but people want me to talk about it. I just feel like, imagine you quit like during season 5, like you quit at some point during, 2018, 2019. And somebody's like, hey, come on, watch the final episode. Watch the final episode. Let's watch the final episode. And then I imagine people watching the episodes are like, wait, this person's still alive? Who's this character? Mind you, that could be why there are characters like Charles and whatnot who didn't show up in the finale. But I feel like overall, it's like there were so many, haha, this character's dead. Haha, this character's dead. I can imagine somebody, like I just said, who quit a few years ago saying the same thing everybody else did. That's how Veronica gets killed, just like that, after everything she's done. So I think that in a sense, when Tyler Perry, this was said it will be a crazy good finale, he probably meant this is going to be a crazy bad finale, or it's going to be so bad that it's good. But I honestly can't give it props for that because it wasn't. I mean, think of it this way. They said they did this like 2 years ago. And remember, they said they did reshoots and whatnot, which I do believe, oh, sorry, hit my mouse, was the back half of season 7 in the first part of season 8. So that could explain why during season 7 there was like this long stretch of episodes where we would have a crap ton of characters introduced into the show, and it's like, wait, who are these characters? And that could explain why there were episodes where a lot of the main cast were missing because they didn't shoot certain scenes. We just got scenes of these new characters. That's why I felt like, wait, why are we spending like 30 minutes on Colby in Madison when we should be wondering what David is up to or something along those lines. But here's the thing, I told my mom this, if you look at the final scene, the way that Hannah broke down and everything, it really reminded me of the fact that, well, 2 years from 2021 is 2019, right? If my math is right. And you look at A Fall from Grace, which came out in January 2020. When you look at like the different film elements of the reshoots and everything, A Fall from Grace was filmed, I believe in 2018. What did it say? Production principal photography took place at Tyler Perry Studios in fall 2018 over the course of 5 days, because he did say A Fall from Grace was made in 5 days. I think that there was some synchronizing there of the characters, because think of it this way. Remember when Acrimony came out? The Haves and the Have-Nots went on a break. I think it was, what was that episode? Veronica's House or something like that. And it was the fact that we were seeing a Veronica like we had never seen up until that point. Basically, what was that episode name? I gotta get the episode. A Lover's Passion. Now, the show took a break after only 10 episodes, which was odd because they never did that before. And during the stretch between March 13th and May 1st, when the show took a break, Acrimony came out. And Acrimony truly had Melinda acting like Veronica would. So if you look at how Hannah acted within the final few minutes of the Haves and the Have-Nots, that dissension into madness, it reminded me of her character of Grace on A Fall from Grace, because we saw her being driven to that point. So in a sense, it's almost as if you look at it from the perspective of A Fall from Grace and the Haves and the Have-Nots wrapping up at the same time, it could be like, Crystal, the way you acted in that final scene of the Haves and the Have-Nots, I want to give you your own movie. I believe that. I believe that, because there are plenty of Tyler Perry tales where actors would say that, hey, I was originally in this show, I was originally in one episode, but then Tyler saw this and had an idea, and pretty much from there, wrote an entire storyline about me, or wrote a movie where I was in it because of my character. So honestly, I think A Fall from Grace probably was inspiration for the way the Haves and Have-Nots ended, or vice versa. The way he wrapped up the Haves and Have-Nots could have given birth to A Fall from Grace. So that's just my 2 cents there. So overall, I think that did Tyler Perry pretty much rickroll or troll fans? In a sense, yes. I kind of think he did, because what you consider crazy good versus what the fans think. And keep in mind, there's a difference between fans who don't want a show to end because they don't want it to end, versus fans who are legitimately disappointed in something they invested years and interest in watching for years, supporting for years, tweeting, doing, not just me, other YouTubers, bloggers, you know, things like that. So it's not just me up here, but I have to say that, I mean, I'm working from home thanks to it, so I'm not fully mad. It's like the finale gave me what I expected, so I feel like that's why I'm not as enraged as other people, which I can definitely understand why people would think I would be enraged. Trust me, that was Tuesday when I was enraged. But the show itself, you know, I feel like it was kind of a bad thing to advertise it as crazy good when it wasn't, especially when Tyler Perry's kind of been mute on the haves and the have-nots for quite a while. You know, he's been focusing more on his Viacom shows. So to actually, I feel like, you know, slap the fans in the face with a finale like that, I can see why people would be turned off from getting into any more of his other shows, even the current ones, because seriously, if you were a longtime viewer of a drama, or, you know, I guess you could say an extended show or storyline, like If Loving You Is Wrong and the Haves and the Have-Nots, and the ending happened the way it did, it's like, well, what the hell am I watching The Oval for? What the hell am I watching Sisters for when the finale is just going to be a bunch of nothing? But I think that at the core, I'll give Tyler Perry some credit, because The Oval, even though it's not a perfect show, it is doing certain things the haves and the have-nots did wrong, and I think that he's possibly learning from those mistakes. So I think all the negative fan feedback could be a catalyst for Tyler Perry realizing when The Oval eventually comes to a close, he'll do it right. So, I mean, I could be giving him too much credit, but given the fact that he said in the video, yeah, if you haven't watched the show in years, come back for the finale, I think he's aware that people were not fans of the finale. So that's just my 2 cents. Let me know your thoughts, you know, about the whole crazy good thing. Do you think Tyler Perry over exaggerated for the sake of ratings? Probably, but that's just all I got to say. Let me know your thoughts below, and with that being said, I'll talk to you in the next video.